right, that is good. What is up, everyone? Good morning. Here we are. Another beautiful day in paradise. If you guys can see outside, it's a pretty nice day. But, so, we ordered for ourselves a Manfrotto shoulder mount. So basically, we've been using just our hands, like a normal filmer would. And we have a DJI gimbal. It's a Ronin M gimbal. But what I've started to realize is the gimbal is not good for long periods of filming, say as if you're standing there for about 10 minutes with it. First off, the battery on the one that we have like shorts out and then the whole thing drops down. So like if you're in the middle of something important that someone is saying and it just shorts out and drops. I don't know if that's a malfunction within the specific gimbal that we have, or if that's just a malfunction in that version of the gimbal, because I know they dropped about 2 or 3 others after that that have built-in fans. Maybe it's because it gets too hot. I'm not really sure. But ever since, so our friend Jeremy, who films all kinds of reality TV shows, and we've worked with him on a few projects before. He actually filmed the first season of Survivor, so he's pretty much as legit as it comes. Every time I saw him filming, he used a shoulder mount. And this was up to like over 5 years ago, people that I've been seeing around me using these things. And I've always thought that it was a good piece of equipment to have, but we just never bought one until now. But we own one. Just came in the mail from B&H Photo. I buy mostly everything that we buy for our video production from B&H because it's such a reliable company. If anything's wrong with it, you don't have to worry about returning it because they will replace it or just take a full return. And they offer used equipment with basically a scale of rating. And this was used, basically a scale of a 9 out of 10. It's as good as it can get without being brand new. And also other items that I bought from there that were used were perfectly fine. So let's crack this open and see if we can figure out how to put it together. So we're going to be putting it together for you guys, and we're going to be testing it out. But this is probably something we should have had a long time ago. And as far as the brand goes, we have the same tripod that we use every day, and it's at least 10 years old, and it's a Manfrotto, I guess is the company name, but here it is, the Sympla. System moving platform is what they're calling it. We're gonna see. This is pretty crazy. It has like, so this is what it is actually. She has a really epic lens on her camera, but this is it. So it's a shoulder mount, and there's lots of different ways that you can set it up. It's weighted for cameras. Somebody did say on the reviews that for their C100, which is a bigger, it's a cinema camera, I believe. It didn't work because the camera was too heavy. But we're going to be using a DSLR, basically an 80D. Where is the camera?
It's in the truck.
So the camera that we have on the tripod is what we're actually probably going to use on here. But we'll set it up with this one. Rear likes the box. So just a simple DSLR. It's a Canon camera. We have only Canon cameras right now, as of now. But considering the entire situation that's going on right now, we've decided that we're going to have free time, and it's in our best interest to learn something more of what we love. So honing our skills in video production is much more important than really anything else. They tape this thing up like crazy.
That's good.
All right, so here it is. Some of the pieces fell around in here during shipping. Okay, so I'm over here by the camera. I'm gonna bend it down and show you guys what came in the box. Rue did not come in the box, but she likes to be involved in every single aspect of everything that we do in the house, which is fine with me. But here it is. So, people I saw said it was really easy to put together. So we're gonna see how this works. It's probably gonna take us a minute, so bear with us. But yeah, let's do this. We're gonna take everything out, I guess, and then go from there.
Sounds good. Remove everything.
This is some kind of a piece of equipment that if I was using it for a full day, I wouldn't be breaking it down enough. Like if I was planning on using it the next day, I'd probably just put it together. So, it'll be like
Directions.
this. So I'm assuming these screw together, it looks like. So these go in and out here. And then what would screw in here to hold it down?
Screw in there.
Yeah, like to hold
there
these
only two of
from
them?
moving.
Is it this?
No, it would be too thick.
These?
Oh, these.
Are you talking about right here?
Yeah, something goes in here.
Not the. It's not those. I don't. What are these for?
I don't know.
Maybe they're for this.
Oh, you know what's crazy about this too? It is the same head, tripod head, as the one that the camera we're filming with is on right now. So you can put it from your tripod to this, like liquid, I would call it. You don't have to do anything else. I'm assuming this goes in here. Is that where that's going? All right. Yeah, that makes sense.
Woo! She stinks.
There are absolutely no directions, but looking at the way the lady on the front of the box is holding it, it looks like these pipes go in here and then get screwed tight in with these so that they don't move unless you want them to move. This goes somewhat here, like so, and then drops down. Hold this up like this. Well, actually, let me see this. I'm gonna lay it out before I even start putting it in. That goes like that. This drops down to those pipes, to bing bang boomy, to this, and this goes in between here. It's actually pretty easy. So as far as I can tell, this is the mount that goes on your shoulder. It connects to the two smaller aluminum pipes that connect to this piece, and the drop down should be on this side, and the drop up should be attached to the two bigger aluminum pipes that go into here and get tightened by these two things. And this goes in between here, and then the weight goes back here, which yeah, I'm guessing this is a big enough weight for a DSLR, because it would probably be the smallest camera you would be able to put on here. All right, let's do it. These screw into there, but how? Oh, because you got to screw them in before. Put it in there. These would just be in the way of the camera though, right? No, those go on this side. If the camera's here, how could those be there? Think about it. And these are just extras.
Okay.
I'm assuming. Because those go here I don't know why
Is
you
the camera supposed to be up higher? Do these go?
No, the way that she has it on there is just on there. I mean, she has a thing that makes it higher, but
Yeah, this is right. Or is this supposed to be all the way tightened down?
is it possible there's another piece in here that may be right?
What are these for?
These are extra too,
Oh, okay.
right?
I just thought these. Is this supposed to be like that?
Oh. You don't even need, those are just to hold up a camera, I guess.
Like a specific camera?
Because this just slides and this tightens it. That's it. Do you know what I'm saying? This tightens that, not those. Those are just extra for like a different, like if you have a bigger camera, I guess. I mean, that's pretty much it. And this is just extra too, I guess.
So this is all extra.
I'm assuming, yeah. Because that just tightens that, and then look. Do you know what I mean?
So, here. Try it with the...
Okay, we're going to be popping on the camera for the first time. There we go. And putting the back weight on it, because after holding it on my shoulder, I definitely think that the weight helps. It's necessary to use. And that just screws in. I don't know how heavy it is.
Let's check it out,
But
right?
this is it. So, not really sure what these pieces are yet, but I guess as time goes we'll figure it out. It has a level on here so you can kind of see where you're at with that. And then these go like this and they
can lock so it doesn't move.
allow a lot of wiggle room. I mean,
So does that feel better on your shoulder,
it
right?
feels good. Like so much easier to walk around and talk to somebody for like an hour instead of like just holding a camera, because it'll be so much more clear, you know what I mean? Turn the camera on and just check this out. I would be using a wide lens because that's what we use basically all the time, just because that's what we show as like action most of the time. So this kind of just allows you to more easily see what you're doing and have so much of a smoother shot. This is a game changer. Straight up.
This is super nice.
This is fire. I could see how like it weighs a little bit. It's not that light, but for how like drastic it is, it's pretty light. These might just be to hold like a screen here too, because I'm sure people get way more in depth than we are. But basically, like, say going from like this to like that, like I can already see in the camera that would have been a way more crispier shot. So you don't have to bust out the gimbal, because that's more for just like nice motion, and you don't have to just hold the camera. You can just, like, I could go from her talking and then over to like someone here talking where the lamp is and not have to, you know, put it on a tripod or anything. This thing's fierce. All right, she goes to put it on for the first time. See how my arms are longer than yours?
Yeah.
That's why you could just adjust this here and move it up. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, move it all back to where it feels comfortable. Is that pretty good?
Back more.
More even?
Yeah. That's good.
So that's nice. Wow.
Yeah.
Are you about it?
Get that pan, that smooth pan.
I don't know how smooth that would be, but...
Smooth, like cooking eggs.
No, it is though, dude.
No, it is though, because like obviously I have a shaky hand. You guys all know if you watch it. Well, I'm dizzy. If you guys watch our videos, I'm sloppy with it, I'm not going to lie. But it's just because I'm used to having a camera in my hand every day, all day. And I'm a little bit more careless than Turner is. So this is really nice. And I feel like I'm getting a really good arm workout.
Well, you would after 8 hours.
This is nice. I like this.
Like reality TV filmers use this thing for like 16 hours a day for like a month.
Gosh, their arms must be so skinny.
Yeah, but
yeah,
depends, because sometimes they're cashing checks, boys. So it's worth it.
This is definitely a game changer. Let me put this on here before I break it. But this is nice. Super nice.
Should we go film some stuff with it? See how it works?
Yeah, we can do that.
Successful setup, no instructions.
No instructions. I'm just
So-
like putting screws in like random places. But I am a little bit
I don't know about that.
as to
I think that holds up a lens. You can put this camera all the way back and have a big lens, like
Oh,
how
so
she's
these-
pictured. Like,
okay. Yeah.
see how it's pictured?
So
Like
she
what
can
she's
see what's
using is
going on.
legit for like Nat Geo.
Yeah.
Like she's not
Horses.
playing.
Horses.
I'm just saying, like, put this all the way back, put a
Slide it.
giant lens, and then it'll hold it. Do you know what I mean?
This is nice. So you probably don't. Do you want this box?
Yeah,
right?
just in case. For now. Actually, we're going to use that box forever because there's no case for it.
Yeah, and it has all the little places. I could put these back in there though.
True.
Do you know what I mean?
It does not come with an Allen wrench or an Allen key. That's what these are called, right? But, I mean, if you do anything.
I mean, and I'm sure if you got one of these, you could just go on YouTube and figure out how to put it together, or just watch our video.
I mean, yeah, that's for sure.
So
Pretty
that's-
simple.
We can go. What do you want to film?
But I just wanted to explain real quick too that it's really easy. Like she had it on. I just did it already, but I can just hold it with one hand, undo this, move it to my comfortability level easily, one person, restation that, and do the camera as well, depending on where you want it to be. Pretty much so easily. And this, you just untighten it and you can move it to the comfortability. Say you wanted to have your hand like this filming because it was an action shot or something. I mean, I'm not sure why you would want it like that, but I know different, like over time, you might get discomfort from staying in one position. But this, you can move this way, that way, a little bit forward, but all the way back and up. These moving like this really make it nice. If they were stationary, it wouldn't be as nice. But like, I could totally imagine myself holding it like that. It's just, it gives you that real feel, is the reality of it. Like, it's not totally smooth, like it's fake, but it's not really choppy, like you can't watch it. So like I probably should have had this for years because I've been ragged on. Like when we go through a house that we're going to clean out or something like that, sometimes it's like real quick. But if you had this, not only does it make it smoother, but it makes you think about it more because it becomes more real. Like, okay, I'm filming something right now. I'm not just walking around, which sounds self-explanatory. But if you guys watch our videos, a lot of things that we do aren't like, oh, this is a video shoot right now. It's more like you have a video camera, but this is a job. But like, All right, let's go test it. Look at her. She's getting ready to use it. Rue, put it on your shoulder. Let's get this shot. Ready? Okay, this was the first test clip that we filmed with the shoulder mount, and I wanted to just show how easy it was to maneuver around with the mount on while still keeping a steady shot. I will say it's not completely stable the whole time, but it does give you that real feel of what's actually going on, while at the same time you can keep the camera much more steady than you would just having it in your hands. As shown in this clip too, how easy it is to maneuver the mount. As you can see, when we're skateboarding, Sammy is behind me, then next to me, and then in front of me, while the whole time I'm getting a pretty steady shot of her in 3 different locations around me while still being able to skateboard down the street. It just shows the magnitude of how you can use this mount to stay on your subject while still getting a steady shot. I just wanted to do a little bit how it felt after using it a few times, and this thing is amazing, I'll have to say. I was basically using my hand to use my phone, and when I was pumping on the skateboard following Sammy for those follow shots, I was on a skateboard too, and she was on a skateboard either in front of me or behind me, and at one point I was just using one hand like this, and it still felt very comfortable even just with one hand. I wanted to say that. And it's very nice. I could go from this position, and I was holding it and she was behind me, and as she came up and she was going faster than me, I could move it, get her on my side, and then get her on my front once she passed me, and then even stand up and start pumping again like that with one hand and catch up to her again. So the motion of this camera is so good on this mount. I mean, for the price, it's everything that I wanted and more, and it's actually nicer. It's a little bit heavier than I thought it would be. It's a lot nicer than I thought it would be. It's very durable, it's strong, and it's versatile. You can move it, use it with different people, move it around very easily. You just loosen this to move this part up. You just loosen this to move this up and down. And you loosen these two pieces here to move the camera back and forth on the actual piece. It's just really easy to use. Very easy to set up, very easy to use. All in all, I would say A+ for us. This is exactly what we've needed for a long time. So I'm super happy. And I think it's really easy enough of a tool to use for almost anyone. And I do think that it's very important that Sammy and myself can both use it and it's comfortable for both of us, because that's the whole point. But yeah, see in the future what kind of footage we get with this thing. You guys will be the ones seeing it. So there it is, our new piece of equipment for our business. Rue, she be getting in all the footage lately.
You can't even see her.
Well, do you want me to let her out? I just wanted to show that we actually have a Manfrotto tripod that we use all the time. And what I learned is that mount is the same as this mount. I'm not even going to put this on the tripod, but I just wanted to show. You can take it off, have two cameras hooked up if you wanted to, and you don't even have to take the mount off. You can just slide it on there and put that camera right on the tripod, and vice versa. So if you have a tripod and the shoulder mount the same, goes hand in hand. It's pretty nice. I got it up on the shoulder mount right now. Just taking a little bit of a clip here at the end of the street of the sunset going down. And as I can see, it's not totally steady, but it's allowing me to just walk and to keep it pretty steady on my shoulder. As you guys can definitely see the steps I'm taking in the camera, but like the maneuverability that I have and keeping the camera in the same place, say if I was filming someone talking and walking, is so much more than me just having the camera held out. And I can, again, just do it with one hand, see? One hand, or even just this other hand, and it's still, you know, pretty crisp. So check this out. I'm just gonna pan. Look at this. I'm gonna do a big pan from the floor up and then all the way around. But look at this. And I'm just slowly stepping my feet slowly around. But yeah, I'm so satisfied with this thing. It's not perfect shot every time, but like I said before, it gives you that reality look where there is motion and it does look like there's action going on, but at the same time you're keeping a steady shot on the subject. There's no subject, but if there was, but this is some cool chalk I'm seeing down the street. Enjoy your day. Let me see how this will feel if I'm running. Definitely feeling like a little bit of a jog would be super bumpy. But who's this, Lando? Is that Lando? Yeah, alright, we'll get some Lando. Alright, we'll see how this works for Lando. Come on, boy. So I'm on my knees right now with the shoulder mount. And I'm kind of just walking towards him. Look at him. See, I can use it with one hand. I mean, you could be filming this easily with just your hands. You don't need the mount, but I'm just trying to give a little view of how it feels and what it feels like and what you could use it for. So I'm standing up now. Oh, you've got that limp going. Still, I don't know if that'll ever go away. 'cause I think he got nerve damage from before. But yeah. All right. Not gonna turn the camera around. Come on, boy. So I'm on my knees right now with the shoulder mount, and I'm kind of just walking towards him. Look at him. See, I can use it with one hand. I mean, you could be filming this easily with just your hands. You don't need the mount, but I'm just trying to give a little view of how it feels and what it feels like and what you could use it for. So I'm standing up now. Oh, he's got that limp going. Still, I don't know if that'll ever go away. I'm not gonna turn the camera around because that would just be crazy. But we'll see you guys in the next video. Stoked on the new tool we got here. It really is gonna step our game up, especially when we're filming other people. So you can be like one of us with this, you know, and eventually maybe have a boom mic with the other person. So when we're getting more into like lifestyle docu-filming, I wouldn't necessarily say documentaries, but eventually I want to do lifestyle documentary style videos. I wouldn't say full documentaries, but little bits. But see you guys. See you in the next one. Hope you enjoyed the video today, and stay safe, everyone. It's getting real hectic out there in the world. You.
Let me get out of the shadow. Stop, Lando.
You get too close that way.
Hi, Nandus. Say hi to your friends. As you can see, he still has like a little limp.
I'm gonna grab the saw.
Okay. Hi, Nando. Oh, baby. He just wants to lay with his mama. Hey.
The next day we decided to just continue testing the mount by filming random things around the house. And we must say that we are extremely satisfied with the shoulder mount, and it's going to come in handy in a ton of future projects. Thumbs up.
The reason it's crooked on there.
Hmm? Little skate fish.
Alright, so we were just skating in the street, testing out the shoulder mount, and the neighbor sitting over there. And with social distancing, I was about 50 feet away from him. He asked if we had any bikes. And then I said, yeah. So we're going to give him a bike. Hopefully it works good enough for him. But then I heard him talking then back to his friend, and he was like, oh, hey, sorry, that was my neighbor. He's a good guy. He collects things from houses. And I was like, yeah.
Pretty much.
He's got a good point there.
The popo.
They're coming. They're going to break up the party. There's too many people here.
Yeah.
Should we get on this bike, though?
Yeah.
Or see if it works?
We can do that.
Should we see if he stops
Yeah.
and talks to us about the current situation?
Yes.
Not gonna.
Oh, it's Wesley.
I don't know Leslie, but you might.
It's a what?
Alright, we're gonna get this bike.
Alright.
Should we get this buddy though? It's not the wood. Alright, so
Is it rolling? It is.
we have, well, I thought we saw him riding an old Schwinn, but he claims it's an old Rowley. So I doubt the back tire from this would work on that. So we're just going to give him the mongoose that I was talking about. So this is the bike I was talking about before. Not that great,
That's a nice bike. What do you mean?
but the
It's
gears
like
are
a-
messed up on it.
It's like a more nonchalant mongoose. Because, like, you know how
Really
mountain bikes are usually crazy?
You can ride this though, right?
Why is it making that weird clicking sound?
Alright, we're going to give it to him to tinker with for a little bit. But I will say that you don't have to stay completely inside and not talk to anyone, because he's far enough away where you can still talk to him.
I'll just spray the.
I would just spray it down a little and see if maybe some of the rust comes off. It'll be fine.
And I'll put some air in the tires. I have a compressor.
It's pretty nice. I rode it through the woods the other day for like a few miles, but like it just kept changing gears on me, and I didn't really want to mess with it because I have another one, you know. But it should work. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I appreciate it. I'll give it a shot.
And if not, I have an old Schwinn back there that maybe the back tire will go from that to yours. Maybe, I don't know. Off the Schwinn, because it doesn't work.
Little
So.
bike, though.
That's a nice bike.
I'll return it to you.
No, you can have it, unless it's broken. Then you can put it back.
Well, as soon as I get this call, I'll give it a shot.
All right.
Have fun. Keep smiling, guys.
You
See ya.
too. What are you saying?
My arms. It's such a good arm workout, this thing. If you want skinny arms or toned arms and you film a lot, get one of these, because my arms feel like jello.
You've been using. He loves that bike though. You've been using this mount for like less than
I
20
need to hear your stuff.
less
I don't
than
need to hear-
20 minutes, and you're acting like it gives you an arm workout.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
This thing's fresh
An
to
arm
use.
workout.
This thing's fresh to use. If you guys can't see it, look. Can you see it?
I feel like
Yeah.
it's much easier for you to use for some reason.
Because it. Why is that? That doesn't make sense. It's easier for everyone to use.
You have more upper body strength than I do too, so.
I don't know. Alright, we have Sammy J doing the backpack kid dance on the shoulder mount.
We gotta go back inside. The
What?
neighbors are starting to think I'm crazy.
Try it now.
The backpack kid.
Yeah, do it fast. Alright. Nobody's there.
Yeah, she is. Say hi now. Hi. Get him, Putt! It's raining ash on me.
Alright, what do you have to say? Do you like the shoulder mount?
I do like the shoulder mount. It's a little bit of an arm workout, which is kind of a plus afterwards. But just hang in there and keep pushing. Try and stay positive. Stay busy so you're not in your head. Just do whatever you can to be happy. And love your kikis. If you don't have a kiki, find one. And love it. And eat lots of snacks. Oh my gosh. That ash almost lit me on fire.